Hi, I'm Rita West. I'm here to ramble on again in another of the series of the Day in the Life of. And this is how I get ready in the morning. So, I get up kind of early. I have to get up early because I'm one of those kind of people that need to just sit around for a second before I wake up. I'll make my coffee and then sit. But, so I get up early so that I have time to sit around, kind of wake up a little bit. I get in, I'll come in here, I make my coffee, then I go take my shower, then I come in here to make my breakfast. So, I've already made my coffee, I've already taken a shower, now I'm here cooking my breakfast. In my Mike Francois t-shirt, that's my bodybuilding coach. He won the Arnold. Alright, so, what I have in the morning right now is 2 servings of oatmeal, which I've already made, and 8 egg whites, and I'm supposed to have some protein with it. Well, he used to have me taking a scoop of protein powder, and I use the Beverly International's UMP powder, and it's delicious. It's so delicious that so what I would do is I would put the scoop in my oatmeal, and it was, you know, it was so good though, it was starting to make me crave something else sweet to eat. So I had to stop doing that, and instead he had me making up some chicken to put into my eggs. And so after my last show, I was so excited to go back to doing the protein powder, but I lost the taste for it. So I still cook up some chicken to put into my eggs. Just 3 ounces of chicken, just stick in my eggs, and I cut it up real small, and fry it up first, and then in cooking spray, and then I just pour the egg whites over it and finish cooking it up. My oatmeal, I do something a little different with that too, because, you know, I'm okay with eating the same thing every single day. I do better with it. I'm one of those people, very rigid, you know. I'm very extreme to one side or the other. I mean, all or nothing. But sometimes, I mean, you know, I had never, this last time that, leading up to my bodybuilding show, was the first time I'd ever actually done that. I mean, it was months and months. The first time I started going through, it must have been 6 months that I ate the same thing every day, every meal. And then I took a break from it and then came back to it, and it was another 4 months or so. But anyway, so yeah, I started to get creative with some of the things that I did. So with my oatmeal, what I do with that is I put a little bit of sugar in it. Well, not really sugar, Splenda. I use Splenda. And I put a little bit of Splenda in it, and I put vanilla in it. And so, when there's something that you do every day in bodybuilding, this is what I do. I buy everything in bulk, including my vanilla. So I got a gallon jug of vanilla, and I just keep refilling my little container thing I found, you know, I get from the grocery store. Anyway, see, I told you this was going to be me rambling. So anyway, so I got to get these eggs done. So, you know, I realized that it would probably be easier, and it would definitely be quicker if I used the liquid egg whites, but I'm not one of those rich bodybuilders yet, so I cracked them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this for a second so that you don't spend the next 2 minutes watching me crack my eggs. Alright, so I have 8 eggs cracked. And then, so for the yolks, because I don't have any egg yolks in the morning, so for the egg yolks, we have all kinds of neat little separators out there on the market. Well, not all different kinds. There's several of them that are the same kind. But really, I mean, to be honest, once you get used to it, the fastest thing to do is to just do it by the eggshell. And if you hold it just right at an angle, the yolk, or I mean the whites, just, they fall right off the yolk, and it is definitely faster than an egg separator. And then I have a garbage disposal in my sink, so I'm just dropping them in there. And then, you know what? Every once in a while, of course, I make a mistake and I break the yolk and it runs out along into the whites. Now, I don't know about everybody. Some people, maybe, you know, a little bit of egg yolk in there doesn't bother them. It's not like I'm going to throw them all out and start over, but I will go chase the yolk down. So even if it's just a little bit. And what I found is that if you just scoop at it, the yolk is so much heavier than the whites or whatever the different consistencies. They don't mix very well. So you can actually literally just scoop the yolk right out. Now with my eggs, that was the first thing that I started to get sick of when I was eating it all every day. I eat it twice a day, 8 in the morning and well, a total of 6 at night. So I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't stand the taste of it on my tongue. So I was talking to somebody and they suggested I try this. I did, and I've loved it ever since. I've never lost the taste for egg white since. It's a little bit of Splenda. I keep it in my little container here. Just a little bit of Splenda in there, just enough to make it, you know, kind of sweet. It's delicious. Yeah, I buy my eggs in bulk too. This is just the one container I have, and that one I've already busted into. So I buy them like 5 dozen at a time, or well, in a box of 5 dozen, I get 2 boxes at a time. So I have a whole another 5 dozen in my. But I need to. That gets me through my week. 14 a day. So then what I do is I just take this, and it doesn't have to be all perfectly mixed or whatever. Take this and just pour it. Let's see here. There we go. And you can see it. Pour it right onto my chickens. My chicken I've been cooking over here. Me personally, I salt it right away. And then I just mix it up. It only takes a second. And in the meantime, if I were coordinating this better, my oatmeal would have been going at the same time that I was cooking this. But so I have my bowl of oatmeal, and this is the spoon I used to eat it with because I had a different one and I missed that one. I don't know what happened to it, but I use these because they're small enough to be spoons, but they literally scrape everything out of the bowl so much better than a metal spoon. I want everything that's in my bowl, even when I'm not in prep. I like to eat. I like food. And a lot of times, I've already done it, but a lot of times what I'll do is, while this is cooking, I'll run into the bathroom, do my makeup. So I try to get everything done kind of in tandem, you know, all at the same time. I mean, and, you know, so bounce back and forth. Whenever something's resting, I go run and do something else. Because then after this, I'll get to eat, and I'll probably sit and look at the computer for a second while I eat. Then I gotta finish getting dressed, get my meals put together, which they're all cooked already. I just need to throw them into bowls. Sometimes they're not cooked already, and then I'm having to cook that in the morning too. It's terrible. So I gotta throw my meals together, I gotta get dressed, and I think that's it. Then I gotta get my ass out of here because I got someone to train at 9 o'clock. And so that's how busy my mornings are, and I have to get up. So let's say, you know, I had to be at the gym today at 9. I got up at 7 this morning, and I was kind of pushing it. But what's real bad is when it's time for prep, and I have to do like practice posing or my cardio or whatever. That's when it starts to get rough. You gotta do fast cardio, and because it takes me a while, I can't like just get out of bed and jump on my treadmill. I'm lucky enough I have a treadmill in my living room, so at least that's not so bad. I don't have to go anywhere else to do it. But I feel bad for people that have to do that. So I shouldn't complain. I guess it could be worse, but I'll complain a little bit if I want to. So. I know that some people had suggested or asked, or whatever you want to call it, that I do some of these little clips on actually cooking something, and that's cool. I'm going to do that for you. That's not what this really is. That's not the focus of this. So yeah, so that's about done. So I'm getting ready to sit down and eat, and I'm going to get ready to go to the gym. I have a long day at the gym, and that's okay because I love being there. So I will see you the next time. This was another day. This was another morning in the life of.